Have I ever told you guys how much I appreciate all of yous? I do. I really, truly do. I'm sure you see me getting frustrated a little bit on a few of the comments. There isn't a whole lot of negative comments, but what we're going to do here today, I got to take you back to the trail cam retrieves. I will show you what I found within the footage. For those that are, thinking these whistles or trees rubbing together or squeaking, I'm there, right? I'm right there with my ears, not these tiny little camera microphones, but I've got my full human capable hearing, and I'm hearing 360. These whistles weren't just coming from one squeaky tree. Like, there was 3 or 4 of them whistling in 3 or 4 separate areas back there in the trees that you're looking at right now. Oh, bring in the wood knocks. All of you's heard the wood knocks. And if you listen very closely, you can even hear some of the movement back there, but it sounds like there's only one Sasquatch whistling. But what I was hearing was 4 separate Bigfoot back there whistling in 4 separate areas, plus the wood knocks coming from a totally different direction. And, I'm trying to absorb all this and process all the information. That microphone, unless I had a 360 microphone going, you're only getting a part of the picture, a part of the story, and you're just going to have to trust me that what I'm telling you it is real, right? It's true. I'm not going to sell you something or try to persuade you of something that's not true. If there was only one little sound coming from back there, I would have walked back there and went and checked it out, right? But they were coming from all different areas and locations back there, and I got a little overwhelmed at the very start. I wasn't even sure what I should do. Should I go back in there? Should I walk away? Should I back up? For those that have never been through something like this, it can get very overwhelming. And then what I did was I backed up, reset, and I just thought, okay, I'm just going to whistle with him and we'll just keep the communication line open. And so that's what we did, right? We just kept whistling back and forth, and it was pretty amazing. Just remember, these camera microphones are not picking up the whole entire story. It is pretty amazing. And there is an energy and power that surrounds these beings. I don't know if there's anybody else talking about it, but they do have their presence. Just their presence alone, you feel. And it's unmistakable. And once you know what that is and where it's coming from and what is creating it, once you become used to that feeling, you know what's going on. You know Bigfoot are there somewhere near you. You can feel them. Maybe there's more power with the size of the Sasquatch. They're just my theories, my thoughts on the matter, right? So what we want to do here, I want to show you what I found. Some of the subscribers have pointed this one out to me. I had to go back, and sure enough, there is, again, this is tricky. I will walk you through it like I usually do. And I'll show you in this first clip. We're going to do 2 clips. Found one of the whistlers. I think I found 2 here, actually, but for sure 1. And we will get to that in the second clip. So this first one, what we're going to watch is, I had zoomed in back there. I was standing there. I believe this was after the whistle place. There were so many of them. I went back to my camera and I started zooming in, and we'll go through it about 3 or 4 times, and I'll slow it down each time we go, and I'll point out what we're going to be looking for here. Let's use, how about green today? Let's see. Oh yeah, that's a good color. We'll make this a little smaller. We're going to be watching, you know what, there is actually something very interesting right here too. Right here. It may be nothing, but it looks compelling. It looks like a face, but Just imagine what you heard through this video. I was hearing that twice as loud, standing there next to the trees, because I was in front of the camera. Yeah, they were very, very loud. Very, very loud. Okay, but anyway, that's okay. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking in this direction, in that way, because the camera, I pan the camera that way, and I'll stop it, and I'll show you what I think we found. Okay, here we go. You're gonna watch right here in between these two trees. You can almost see a face there. We'll go through this again. So I'll just let this play because it will slow down as we go. Okay, so we're gonna go through it again. Here we go. They're right there. He's there. You can see him come into frame too. See, look here. If you watch right here, just watch how he comes right in between those trees right there. Here we go. Did you see him? Okay, here we go again. Slower. See? He's moving there. He's hiding. That was one of the whistlers. One of them. Here we go. A little bit slower. Here we go. Okay, just keep your eyes over here. He's not there yet. He's not there yet. Still not there. Here he comes. Right there. We'll do this again one more time. Right here. Tricky, right? They're fast, they're quick. I know just from experience they can move like the wind when they need to. You know, you go back there and you can almost see a face, right? If I would have been going a little bit slower. Yeah, almost. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah. Oh, they're sneaky. They're good at hiding. All right. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next one. I just want to share this with you. There was 2 or 3 people that pointed that out. And I go back, I listen to you guys, and I go back and I check those things out. And sure enough, and we'll get on the markup. Right after the whistles, and I went back to my camera and I start, zooming in on the bush back there. I start zooming in on the trees, and right at this point, if you remember, I had said there was a whistle, and I said I'm pretty sure one is lower, like next to the ground, like lower to the ground. That's why I zoomed in right here. That was where one of the whistles were coming, and one of the closest ones, the ones that were really, really loud, was positive it was coming from, and I just couldn't find them while I was standing there, of course, because I'm looking at the bush, but I'm also looking at that tiny little 2 by 3 inch camcorder screen, right? and you just can't see a whole lot in there. And you know, a lot of times I just give up and I think, well, if there's something there, I'll find it once I get it home and put it on my desktop in the review process. And so I did. I combed here yesterday and last night, and I think I'm going to show you something I found. I got some stills off of this that are pretty amazing, and I found them. I found one of the ones that was right close in front of me whistling, and he would have been almost laying in that bush, laying down very low, staying hidden, right? But I'll let this play, and what you're going to look for is you're going to look right here. See this little dark spot? Doesn't look like much. Like I say, this program is kind of, you know, taking away the quality of the video, but I will bring up the original footage so that you can actually see this a little bit clearer. Right here, there's a little dark area here. You're going to see some pretty amazing eye shine. You know, as we go here, it'll get a little bit slower, so you can have a clearer view of what's going on there. Right there. Watch. Did you see it? The eye shine? Okay. I will pause right here. You're gonna watch right in here where my cursor's circling, and you're gonna see eye shine there. There's an eye there. Nose. I didn't mean to make it look like a little smiley happy face, but that is where he is. And so just pay attention there. You're going to see the eye shine, and I will put these stills I was able to capture off that spot right there off of the raw footage. So here we go. So you're going to be watching right here. Keep your eyes there. Here we go. Did you see it? Oh yeah, he was moving around in there. We'll slow it down here once. Here we go. That's quite a bit slower, but you will see. Okay, I'll keep you guys informed here, right here. Stay with me. Here we go. We'll do this again, and I'll zoom in so we can get a better look at that. Right here. Keep your eyes there. Here we go. And I'm pretty sure that was the one that was whistling very loud, because, and I had, yeah, like I said before, he was somebody, one of them was low. Here we go. And he does move slightly back there. He's moving. And that was one of the that was another one of the whistlers. And I think the earlier clip, we'll just watch this one more time. So there you go. Yeah, so it was pretty intense, and it was pretty amazing. I am glad that I was able to capture as much as I was for all of you. The activity seems to pick up in the fall. The animals out there are going into their mating season and the rut, right? You have all these the elk and the moose and the deer, and they all go into their rut. They're ready to mate and breed, right? And everything out there is kind of excitable. There is a high energy when you're back there in the fall, in the season. They could possibly go into a mating season as well in the fall, but I don't know if they actually produce every year, because there'd be like an overpopulation of Bigfoot, I'm sure, if that were true. But what we do notice here is in between, like say the youngest and the next up in age, there's a good 15, to me it seems like a good 12, 15 years in between. And then you have the older ones, right? So there's what we've seen, there's a number of years in between each age group. We got to go with what we know, right? And I got to go based on what I know and our own experience here, and what I've heard from my elders and my ancestors about them. And they're scarce. There's not, there's a lot of them, but I mean they're spread out, and the clans are small. You don't see these huge clans of with high numbers. You see 4 or 5, maybe 6 in one clan. But I will leave it there, and we'll go into the stills that I was able to get off of this this clip right here. And I hope you guys take care, and we will see you in the trees. Bye for now.